Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is about your glow up. What do you need to glow? And as always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can book that in the description box also. And that being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the rose quartz, then this is going to be your reading, and today's reading is going to be about what you need to glow. So as you might have seen on my page, I did a recent poll to see what extra readings you would like to see, and what you need to glow got the greatest amount of votes, so we're going to do that one first. So I've got a little spread that I've made here with a whole bunch of oracles to accompany the spread. So first we're going to be looking at who you are at the present moment, and then we're going to be looking at any blocks that prevent you from being your best self right now, how to move past these blocks, new energy that you can welcome into your life, any gifts that the universe is sending you to help you with your glow, and who your glowing self is ultimately. So we also have, as I said, a bunch of oracle cards, some self-care cards, higher self messages, a whole bunch here really. So it's a feel-good reading, so let's jump in. Some of the main signs here I can see is Leo quite strongly, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, and yeah, did I say Libra? I think I did. So those are the main energies there showing up in the major arcana. Of course, they do not need to be your sign. So if it wasn't your sign, that's okay. It could have been another placement that you have. But underlying energy for this reading is the Queen of Cups. So I am talking to our intuitive people. With the Queen of Cups, this is somebody who is quite psychic. They have a lot of strong intuition, especially when they're clairsentience, their sense of feeling. They can just feel things and know things from that. This is, it's somebody who's very kind and soft. You are someone who's very kind and soft, especially with the pink rose quartz as well. Maybe it's that you're needing a little more self-love at the moment to help you glow. This is a rough piece. It hasn't been smoothed down, so it's you in your natural form. Maybe there is some things you want to shave down though. That might be why you've clicked on this reading. So let's start with who you are today, group 1, with the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles. You are someone in the midst of change. 2 of Pentacles, right? You're juggling different facets of your life. So some of you're juggling a choice that you want to make, especially given the 2 of Wands is next to it. You're at a point now where you're looking forward to something else. And I'm going to hold up this oracle card now. It's the card that says going forward. And this card is encouraging you to take this 2 of Wands message and go forward on a new path. We'll get to that in a moment. I'll read it from the book for you. But when I look at these cards, I see someone who's really ready to implement some big changes. Some of you might feel a little weighed down by things that are happening in life. 2 of Pentacles can sometimes feel like you're drowning a little bit, or just trying to keep everything running. It can be a juggle. It can be tricky. Maybe you have kids or multiple responsibilities, but this is who you are. You're in the process of juggling all of this, the old and the new, while you also look forward to something in the future. And then there's this collaboration energy. Some of you might be artists, as we can see here in the image, but this is a card of teamwork and collaboration. So you are someone who maybe you've been going it alone for a while, and you are really wanting to welcome in people that understand you and complement you, people that really align with you and your vision. Maybe this is to do with your work and projects. Maybe it's to do with your social circle and having a support network and friends around you. But it shows me that right now you are looking for that. You are someone who has a lot to offer as well. And maybe you've worried if you do have anything to offer people, friends, relationships of any kind, but you actually really do. And I can see you looking forward to welcoming in more connections in the near future. So what do we have next is what blocks me from being my best self. And I'm going to pull up one of these cards first. It is the self-worth card. So I wonder if I should read this right away or get to it soon. The image is, it does speak quite clearly, and the word self-worth as well. Like, so it can really talk about someone who is maybe not valuing themselves as much as they should, or allowing things that don't show you respect or value. But the things that are blocking at the moment, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Moon, and the Knight of Swords here. How did it come on the table like this? I want to hold it up in case the image, the way things face, speak to you. But the Ten of Wands is carrying too much, carrying past burdens. For someone, not everyone in this reading, but I do feel someone in this reading that's connecting to this is in a relationship at the moment that is really detrimental to your well-being, and that might be the heaviness. This is not for everyone, but I definitely felt that in pulling these cards. It's like feeling bound to a relationship that's not healthy for you, and maybe that's one of the things holding you back. But as we look at these messages for everybody now, the Ten of Wands, it really does show carrying old burdens from the past that need to be let go of, old mistakes or failures or disappointments, pain from the past. It doesn't need to come forward. It's affecting you in a big way. Some of these things are childhood ingrained, like things that you were told as a child that you are such and such. I don't want to go into what those things could be, because you will know if that's you what those people said, and they're not kind things, and they're not truthful either. I just feel with the Moon here that there is a lot of that ingrained subconscious thoughts and beliefs, emotions and feelings. I'm always going to recommend kinesiology as a modality to help with any of that. If you're not sure when to start, and maybe long hours of talk therapy isn't for you, something a little less invasive is kinesiology, and it does get to the core of these issues. But outside of that, we're just looking at the blocks right now. And for some of you as well, it could be that you come from a reactory place based on the things that have hurt you in the past, and sometimes that could shoot yourself in the foot. Maybe it's like making things worse than they are because you're expecting the worst. That could be a message for some of you here as well. Others of you, this is somebody else in your life. Like I said, if that is a relationship, maybe it's a family member, I'm not sure. But this Knight of Swords is definitely, I feel like for some of you it's your energy, and others of you it is an external energy that needs space. You need space from that person. But those of you that it is your energy, this can be, like I said, quite reactory, and sometimes forceful or pushy, or coming from a place of fear, and trying to make things happen or remain in a sense of control based on fears. But yeah, well, that is the block. So we'll get into what helps with the block. If that is, you can resonate with many different messages here. For some of you as well, like the heaviness, you may feel like this is to do with not fitting in or being sort of ostracized. There's this, just seeing the town in the background here, and it's like, I kind of get the feeling where this person is sort of left out on their own, or not really supported, feeling very isolated perhaps. That could be the message as well. But yeah, definitely fears, and this as well, this murky character in the water. It's like things could be going really well, and then suddenly this little thing comes up and says something quite horrible. And if that is something you struggle with, again, I would point to kinesiology to help remove attachments like that can really keep you in a loop that doesn't help you ascend and move forward. But pushing things, rushing things, or being forceful as well with yourself. This doesn't have to be with others. This can be towards yourself. High expectations and pushy and not very kind when you've made a mistake or whatever. So what do you need? How do we move past these blocks? Well, first of all, you have the Empress. So remember that you are abundant. And this is from the inside. This is, maybe it's not reflective outside, maybe funds are tight or something, but you are the Empress. And this is a very generous, fertile, loving energy. It's a very accomplished energy as well. So it's a message of remember how far you've actually come to get to where you are today. And you have so much further and so much potential to tap into still. To see the Empress here, it shows that, like, it kind of makes me feel like the sky's the limit, and you really ought to believe it, because when you see the Empress, she's the most elevated woman in the deck. She's not a page, she's not a queen, she's the Empress. You have the Nine of Cups here as well. So what would be really beneficial to help move past blocks is to keep your eyes on the prize. Remember that your wish fulfillment, you're not asking for too much. You can have the things that you want. And if you're not getting it in current places where you find yourself, then you can move. You can go to different relationships and places. Ooh, the cat's about to wear a candle. That wouldn't have been good. Yeah, you can Two of Wands this situation. You can move on into places where you are going to be respected and honored, if that's what it is that you feel is holding you back. But it's your dreams, your wishes, the things that you maybe think you can't do. You're going to have to believe that you can. Maybe there's a certain career you want to pursue. You know, maybe there's something you want to achieve or bring into your world. You've got to believe that you can. What else will help you with moving past blocks is just a bit of meditation and contemplation, but not rumination. You know, this Four of Swords is restful. And normally she's got interesting I use this deck because normally there's the 3 swords above the head and they lay on the sword of truth, but this one has got all 4 swords above their head, which tells me they're not ruminating in the heartbreak and the pain. They're rather thinking about this from a constructive point of view and finding solution and focusing, like maybe they're meditating on what they want instead of what they don't want. You know, maybe they're realizing, you know, thinking about what is it going to take for me to step into this Empress energy. And another thing I think of there is like having a bit of a plan. Like, is it a 5-year plan? Whatever. Picture yourself. What do you look like in 5 years from now in your life? I don't mean physical attributes, although they can be considered. What does he or she, what do they look like? How do they show up in their world? How do the people that see them from day to day greet them? How do they feel as they raise up out of bed in the morning? How do they go to bed and close out the day? How do they feel about what their day consists of and is full of? All of these little tiny nuanced thoughts are going to help build an image of this Empress you're building into and becoming. I think that might be good for some people listening here, is really contemplate, like meditate on your goals, your dreams, your wishes, and who you are becoming, who you want to be. The effect you have on the people around you, the legacy you leave behind for those behind you. So, what new energy can you welcome in right now? We've got strong Leo energy with the Sun and Strength. We also have the High Priestess. These are all major arcanas. This is like shift into your greatest self. You can invite in more optimism, more sunshine, quite literally, doing more gardening, getting outdoors into nature more. You've actually got the nature card here as well, which I will read for you after we've gotten through the tarot. But more time in nature and time to overcome things that you feel like you can't, especially when it's like there's a sense of unknowing things, or so is it unknowing? Not knowing things, I think I want to say. And having the bravery to just stay positive, even if you don't have all the facts, you don't know how it's going to turn out. Things aren't in your control, but you're going to optimistically skip towards the horizon anyway and expect the best, not the worst. Well, you can bring in more optimism, more childlike nature, more play with your kids if you have children, being more aware of any red flags as well. I often see the red flag in the Sun card and wonder. But it's more about just movement forward into a positive direction and having the strength and the courage to overcome that part of you that wants to maybe react or respond in a way that doesn't serve you but comes from fear, you know. Or maybe it's about the strength to say no to people and put down other burdens, or to tell yourself that you actually are a mystical, magical, beautiful being that is manifesting really great things into their life. The High Priestess is also that intuitive energy coupled with the Queen of Cups. It's like something else you can welcome in is strengthening your psychic abilities, because you have got them. Some of you may not be aware of that or doubt that. Many of you already know that you have that, but it's more about applying yourself. Maybe it's doing readings for other people or just practicing wherever you see fit. There's a lot you can learn in that area and develop. Or maybe you've got that and you've just been afraid to share it with the world, and maybe that's part of it as well. The sun is about exposure and illumination, letting yourself shine, letting yourself be seen, not being afraid. Maybe that's what strength is about as well for you, having the courage to say, hey, I am that lady, come and get a reading. I am that lady, come and get a healing. Whatever it is you have to offer, don't be afraid of stepping into who you are meant to be. Now, gifts from the universe to help you. You have the Star. I want to laugh and cough at once and have some tea. I just think that's amazing to see, like, what does the universe want to offer you? The Star. That is divine destiny. That is healing. That is replenishment. That is hope. So to have hope in situations where you don't feel there is any as well. Look at this. Her arms are folded across her chest. Her jumper says the word over it. 3 empty cups here, and it's just like, you know, this sucks. And fair enough. Maybe something does suck. Maybe 3 things suck. That's okay. Things are always going to suck from time to time. But there's a golden cup here. Maybe it's not gold, it's pink, but I think the golden is in glowing. And it's offered by the universe, but you can't see this gift. That's the thing right now. So the universe is trying to offer you something, but you can't quite see it yet, because right now maybe there's a bit of focus on the 10 of Wands or the things that aren't working out. Instead of trying to force them to work out, realize that the circumstances you find yourself in right now are actually a gift. The blessing is already here. Although there is more blessings to come, that's for sure, especially once you slip into the mindset of, yes, the blessings are already here. Now once you shift that perspective, you start to see them. Change the way you look at the world you look at will change. There's fun experiments you can do with that. I encourage you to just like chew on that a little bit and figure that out. 4 of Swords, right? That was in the how to move past the blocks, and it's like shifting, like meditate on how to shift your perspective into that expects good things and knows wish fulfillment is on the horizon or already here. It's particularly already here on the horizon still kind of leaves us in a bit of lack, doesn't it? So if we bring that to the now and realize the things we already have with us that are amazing and make our life great, that we can utilize to then make it even better and expand, it'd be great. Next, to also have the Judgment card in this area. So Spirit is trying to awaken you and shift you onto a path you're supposed to be on. So maybe right now you find that something's blocked or something's not going ahead or something's fallen apart. But it's actually falling apart for the greater good, for you to realize that there's somewhere else you're supposed to be. And it's a really replenishing, healing space to go to. So with the Star here, you can trust that Spirit is conspiring in your favor. Even if you think right now you're being held from your dreams, you're actually not. And then who is your glowing self? Who is this person you're supposed to become? The Wheel of Fortune, somebody who brings in a lot of wheels, maybe a lot of blessings. The Wheel of Fortune is about blessings coming in. It's about karmic destiny. It's about fate. You have the Fool here, somebody who says, why not? You know, this is yes energy, the Fool. Somebody who takes that leap of faith and says, yeah, why not? I can do it. I'll give it a go. Someone who tries new things, someone who isn't afraid. This person is unencumbered. This person is ready and free and traveling light. I love the Fool for that energy. They don't need to be the best. They don't need to be experienced. They just need to be willing to give something a go. And then with the motorbike here and the 8 of Wands, it's like you're a traveler. You're an adventurer. If things have been holding you back and clipping your wings, it's definitely time to find freedom and move forward on your path. Like this is travel, this is movement forward. You're someone who's doing things probably quite often. I do get the sense that you're a busy person. And there's a lot of new territory for you to explore. So who you are is somebody who keeps that wheel turning. You really are. Maybe you literally work with wheels in some regard. Maybe you like motorsports or something here, but this is the energy of you, somebody who's adventurous and willing to try new things, and you know, yeah. All right, so let's go into that self-worth card we saw first, and I'll read it from the book for you. You have the habit of undervaluing your talents and capabilities. This is due to a general sense of low self-worth, and yet there is so much that is wonderful about you. Many around you can see this, but somehow you don't. It's time to dissolve the distorted view you have of yourself. Time to see your unique beauty and appreciate value the real you. The following exercise will help you increase your sense of self-worth. It will help you connect with and feel the light of infinite creativity and love that you can hold within you. Place your hands over your heart, close your eyes and relax. Take a deep breath, inhale, hold your breath for a moment, and gently release the breath. Continue breathing this way and feel a soft golden light within the center of your heart. This soft golden light is the true and divine you. It is the unchanging light of unconditional love, a light which existed before the dawn of time and will continue to glow forevermore. Feel this divine light flowing into your body, your mind, thoughts, and emotions. Allow it to illuminate your heart and mind. Allow it to embrace you. Repeat the following affirmation as often as you can every day, either out loud or in the silence of your heart. Feel each word. When you're able to see your true worth, everyone will see it. What's the affirmation? The affirmations, there's a few here. I am golden light. I am divine love. I am infinite worth. I am a channel through which the gold river of life flows. I am an ocean of pure gold. I am worthy of love, and I am love. We have also nature, so I'll have a look at that for you as well. I believe it's time in nature is really important for you, but let's see what this has to say. In the coming months, you will achieve more with less effort. This nature card reflects harmony and self-confidence, which results in greater productivity. Your intentions are in alignment with your true nature. There is a sense of destiny about you. Wheel of Fortune, right? Who you are. I love this. But I lost where I'm up to. Destiny about you and all that is unfolding. This is a blessed and fortunate time for you. Be wise and mindful of the sacred power you hold. Be positive, humble, strong, and grounded. Feel your connection to the earth. Be aware of the ground beneath your feet. Doors will open with little or no effort, and previously blocked paths are clear of obstacles. There is harmony in your inner and outer world, and all you desire comes to you. And that's so true, because here you find yourself with the Two of Wands. You really, and how Spirit is wanting to bring you opportunity right now. I can see it. So from the Everyday Witch, you have speak your mind. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Let people know where you stand. If you have a no to say, then make sure it's loud and clear. Let's see what it says here. I'll go to the divination. If you pull this card, the universe is probably telling you that you need to speak up. If there's an issue or a situation that you have been struggling with, maybe keeping silent when you had something important to say, do you feel as though you are not being heard at work or in your personal relationships? Remember that you can speak your mind politely and assertively without being nasty or argumentative. If you get to speak your mind, that means you have to listen too. But don't let anyone or anything rob you of your own voice. I like that. The action here says, if you have trouble speaking your mind, try practicing in the mirror or with a friend you trust. If you're going into a difficult situation where you will need to be speaking, ask the element of air to lend you its power and feel that power with every breath you take. Asking for help is something we all forget to do. And it's right there when we do ask. It's kind of like mind-boggling that we forget, but we all do. And as soon as we remember, we ask and the help comes in some way, you know. And sometimes it's in this way where we don't quite see it. We're not ready to acknowledge it fully, but it's there. Going forward, when you receive this card, fertility, productivity, love, health, abundance, and fulfillment are ahead for you. Things are growing and expanding in your life. Keep going forward. Sometimes it may be easy to be distracted by what's occurring around you, but this card indicates that it's important to not let anything hold you back from increasing the bounty in your life, or anyone, I'm hearing. Step up and know that your needs will be taken care of. Your life is escalating and intensifying in the best possible way for your highest good. I've got a fair few cards for this read. We also have All That Glitters Is Gold, and then some self-care prompts and higher self messages. So All That Glitters, I wanted the prosperity message. Wisdom of the Oracle has multiple different ones, but glow, prosperity, same thing. Sometimes an opportunity looks so good that it glitters like gold and you just can't resist it, especially when it appears others are doing so well and have hit the mother lode. During the American gold rush, everyone hurried west to find their fortune, and then deserted entire towns after the mining depleted the gold veins of the earth. So too can you deplete yourself as you chase after the latest shiny thing that has caught your eye. There is a quality to your present circumstances. Pay no attention to those who chase after fool's gold. Resist the temptation to be jealous of others. What they have achieved may not be the true success you seek, so don't compare yourself to them. You see only the surface right now, only the sparkle. Be assured that you will experience your own shining moment if you stick to what you know. All that glitters may not be gold for you. I love it. It's reassurance that even if you can't see things happening for you right now, if you stay true to yourself, they will shine. And then everyone will be looking at you like, oh, how did they get that? It's organic, baby. All right, so a whole bunch of self-care prompts and things you can do for yourself right now. One of them is to challenge yourself. Don't set limits on your potential. You really can. You can do whatever that thing is you think you can't do. Challenge yourself. Self-exploration. Peel off the false persona and get to know yourself. Find your truth. This is a self-discovery journey from woe to go. From go to woe, that's it, from go to woe. Set boundaries. I can hear my cat crying. Tilly! She's been crying a lot lately. She wakes up and no one's there and she just meow. She'll come down. Tilly! Come on! You can probably hear her. Come on! Little sweetie. Getting a massage, that would be really helpful for you as well. Come here, darling. Oh dear, come on. Can you hear her? Sorry. Okay, so massage, that would be really nice for you. Writing a gratitude list. Now this is a massive one. Write 50 things. If that's easy, do 100. But 50 can be challenging when you actually sit down to do it, but afterwards you feel so different. You feel amazing. Tilly, come here, darling. It's all right. Did you wake up alone? Oh. Oh, whoa. You want to say hello to everyone? Just want to meow. We have dancing. Dancing, oh, this is such a healing thing to do. Just move your body without judgment. You know, literally dance like no one's watching, that whole thing. It's a real thing. Like, move your body without judging. It really helps any stagnant emotions become dislodged and dissipate. And it may be a painful experience. It may be a confronting experience. And hopefully eventually it becomes a liberating experience. But dancing, dance classes, dance groups, there's dancing in the dark. There's so many different ways to dance in groups or by yourself, whatever you choose. And then higher self messages to finish your reading. You have changed the perspective of the people that are around you and keep an open mind. I'm hearing don't be too quick to judge. It makes sense. You will break free from all that no longer serves you. New chapters require a new version of you. And again, I'm encouraging you to think of, who are you in 5 years' time? This Empress, like what? Give me the details about her. What does her day look like? What do her friends look like? How do the people around her feel when she's in their presence? Like, all these things. The sacrifices you make today will be worth it. So group 1, that is what I have for you in this What Do You Need to Glow reading. I hope that it has encouraged you to move towards your greatest glowing self. And if you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box anytime. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye group 1. Hey group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Sunstone, then this is going to be your reading. And sunstone is a stone of joy, perfect for this reading. It's also a stone that encourages its users to discover their place in the world and themselves. So that's your journey, to discover who you are and where you belong, and to bring a lot of joy along for the ride with that beautiful sunstone, sun energy. So as you may have seen in the title and in the recent poll on my page, I was just asking what readings people are being drawn to at the moment. What would you like to see? And how to glow was the most favored one. So here we are creating that reading, and it is so fun. It feels so good to connect to this type of reading. So I will be putting more energy into the extra readings. I know I've said that in the past, and then I'll drop one and maybe two, and then it's like life gets busy, but I'm definitely making more time for extra readings over at least the next month or two. So let's see some of the main signs in this reading. I've got Leo here. Leo again, very strong there. We've also got Taurus, maybe Libra energy as well. So there's not too much representation of the signs in the major arcana, but that doesn't matter. It could just be a placement, or it just could show that you have that Leo energy, that shining energy, that leadership energy, or the Taurus grounded practical energy. Maybe that's it. Earth connected. Anyway, or Libra, relationship, beauty. So anyway, let's get into this reading. Let's have a look at what the reading's going to be about. As we can see, it's about what do we need to glow, or something along those lines. I'll have to figure the title out, but yeah, what do we need to glow? And so we're first going to look at who you are at this time. What blocks you from being your best self? What can be done to help with these blocks? New energy for you to welcome into your life. Any gifts and good vibes coming from the universe to support you to glow. And then who you are when you are glowing your best self. And then also we have a whole bunch of oracle cards as well to complement the reading. So let's jump straight in with who you are at this time. We have the Six of Wands. Now it may have flipped reverse. I'll take note of that, but getting on with it. The Magician then came out, and then the Queen of Pentacles, and that might have flipped reverse as well. So I'm going to take it this way first and then read it the other way, because I actually think both could be true. So when I see the Six of Wands reverse, Magician, Queen of Pentacles reverse, it's like this group possibly, well, first of all, let's just look at the images in these cards. You may resonate with the eccentric, fun energy that these cards represent, the artistic style, that self-expression. So those picking this, it's a beautiful little deck. It's called the Sweet Foragers Tarot. So you may find yourself as a little bit of maybe a bit of a forager, a little forest creature. And the Magician here has got tooth grandmother. What is it? What is that? What is it? Not tooth fairy vibes. No, it's who's the lady? I had it when I first saw it. I remembered her name. What is it? Not grandmother vibe. Although maybe. Fairy godmother, that's what I wanted to say. You could have fairy godmother vibes, or somebody who is just like quite magical, and people, or the children, or people around you may gravitate towards you because of that energy. But just keeping in mind, if the Six of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles was reversed, it may feel like you're not fully reaching or tapping into that yet. You are a performer, or somebody who has a place on the stage, or like the way you express yourself. Maybe it's through the way you dress, or you leave an impression on people, or you turn heads. You're definitely one of those people that can catch attention. However, if they were reversed, it may mean that right now, even though you are that person, you might feel like you're not quite making the stage, or like things you're trying to produce may not fully be reaching their potential yet. So you could feel a little stifled at the moment. But regardless of that, you still are this energy of someone who is very accomplished, and somebody who just dances to the beat of their own drum. Like, nobody can tell you what to do, and that's a good thing. With the Queen of Pentacles, I often think about her as the queen who has a very abundant garden. Everything is nourished, and it's because she's busy nourishing it. She's not looking over the fence at what the neighbors have got and what they're doing and comparing. She's just making her best life and really focused on herself. So you are someone who has that potential. Maybe you've been in comparison, or maybe you haven't felt like you are in that energy. That might have been why it did come out reversed. I'm still taking it both ways. The Magician, you're somebody who is a manifester. You are a manifester, and you are creating a wonderful life for yourself. There's definitely some tweaks, as always, for all of us, but yeah, you are in Magician energy. So right now, I think for the most part, you're actually doing really well. It may feel like at times you're not doing how far you want to be. Maybe you really have high expectation of yourself, or you want to be further along than you are, but you're at the exact right place where you're supposed to be. And yeah, just the Six of Wands, you're definitely someone who's made for the stage, you know. Like, I would love to hear from you what it is you do that is that performing energy. And it doesn't have to be this grandiose Broadway production. Like, this could be the way you interact with your family, you know, the way maybe you make everyone laugh in your friend group, or maybe you dress really eccentric and you know, different, offbeat, oddball, that sort of vibe. You're not afraid to express yourself. So what blocks you from being your best self? We have the Eight of Wands, the Three of Crystals, and the Knight of Wands. And so first, I feel like for some of you, the Knight of Wands is someone else. Like, that it could be that you're dealing with immature energy around you, or like fluctuating energy, distracting energy. It could be one of the things, but I want to like take that away, because we don't give that much power to other people. We put it back on ourselves. And so looking at yourself with the Knight of Wands energy, sometimes you might be in a bit of a rush, or a little bit impulsive. That might be one of the blocks here. Or like really just, you've got so much creativity and passion and fire that maybe it's hard to ground that into practical action. With the Three of Crystals there, it might be that you're working with people at the moment that maybe like you're in a job right now that holds you back, or the people you're working with don't see your potential and that holds you back. It could be that sort of thing. Three of Pentacles is normally cooperation, teamwork, and everyone having a valuable contribution to something, even though we're from different backgrounds. But if this is in the area of blockage, I would assume that the people you're working with might be a blockage for you. Let's get a little bit more around that, perhaps. If there's any more information on that. You could be someone who takes off at the drop of a hat as well. Like, you're on the way, you nearly finished something. Because sometimes the Eight of Wands to me is like not completing a task that we like. It usually encourages us to go back and finish that thing that we didn't finish. So if it's like maybe you nearly finished a qualification and then you just gave up at the end, and it's like if you go and check your RPL, you wouldn't take that much to actually graduate or get that, you know, certificate or something like that. You know what I mean? Like finishing the things you set out to do. Maybe you're someone who starts lots of things but doesn't actually see it through or get the help that you need to see it through. Maybe you're a solo person as well. I don't think you are a solo person. You're a social butterfly, I think. Anyway, maybe you can be in some regard. Five of Crystals is here. Four of Wands. Crystals. Yeah, okay, maybe you also feel like you're not quite equipped to do the things you want to do. Like, is it resource-wise? Is it experience-wise? That could be one of your blocks as well. Two of Daggers, Two of Swords. So there's uncertainty here. Your lack of clarity, lack of direction, lack of structure might be what your blocks are. Or just being just super impulsive. Or maybe you're a party animal, you know? Maybe you like to just go hard and then, yeah, things don't get done. That could be it too. But take what resonates, you know, with this reading. Take what resonates. Anything else in this blocking area? Kind of feel that bottom one, the Lovers. The Lovers has got like a spirit wrapped around her though. So if you are in anything that sort of binds you, be mindful of that. Just trying to get one simple card. Maybe for the Knight of Wands, if I can get a clarifier on the Knight of Wands energy. Is it that one? The Emperor. So again, we're seeing like the energy of possibly someone else. It could also be, yeah, like a level of experience you don't have, or sometimes it's being unteachable. Sometimes we know we feel like we know everything, or we know the best, and so we can't be told. That might be for you as well. But like I said, take it how it resonates. Okay, so what do we need to move past these blocks? First came up was the Ten of Swords. So if that is a particular person who is unstable or domineering in your life, maybe that's something holding you back, then ending those situations will be beneficial. But also ending any situation. This is typically the end of a relationship, or literal death, but we don't want to call literal death in, of course. This is more about just ending situations that don't work for you. Queen of Swords is next as well. Some of you might have a child with someone who just doesn't put in the effort, like they can't be consistent, and you're here raising bub on your own. That's not for everyone, but it's definitely for someone. So maybe it's about having strong boundaries. See the sword that separates you from this ending. Maybe it's about choosing the things that are good for you and that support you and show up like you do. Because I can see you do show up. I really can. Maybe there's like a lot of, maybe you struggle with ADHD or something like that, but you are someone who can get things done. Yeah, there may be a boundary needed. Just seeing there's the blade and the skull and the Ten of Swords, there's definitely something that you need to leave behind, or someone. And then the Sun is next. So what will help you with the block is really illuminating this choice you need to make, and to have boundaries and strong discernment. Stick to your guns, speak your truth. But also remain positive and happy. Do it from a place of really believing in yourself and believing in the good things that you deserve, because the Sun is such an optimistic, healing, vibrant energy. So maybe more vibrancy and literally more sunshine. Going and having more time in the sun, more time in nature, be really, really good for you as well. So the new energy for you to welcome in is the Page of Swords first. So learning new things, being open-minded, opening your perspective to look at things differently perhaps. We have the Queen of Wands, and that I think came reversed as well. And that to me is about being teachable, because the Queen of Wands is a leader. Nobody really tells the Queen of Wands what to do, and you might be like that, hard to tell you what to do. I'm definitely can be like that, and sometimes it's to my own detriment. Maybe it's better if I did maybe take on an opinion of someone else's and reconsider my approach or something. You never know what ideas. You may have noticed my YouTube is looking different, the thumbnails. I've spread myself because it was actually in a doctor appointment. I was talking to the doctor and about what we do for work, and he also has a channel, and he was looking at mine, and he recommended that I rebrand my thumbnails to something more catchy, more attractive. And that the Queen of Wands in me truly deep down is I'll do my own style, thanks. But that voice was very, very small. The bigger voice was, I'm actually really open to listen, because that's a great idea, and I've been thinking about that lately. So there's always that part of me that wants to rule my own world and go to the beat of my own drum. But yeah, sometimes being open to other people's ideas and guidance is really, really good as well. So Page of Daggers, Queen of Wands. You also have the Two of Cups here. So this is the energy for you to welcome into your life. So this is about having supportive, loving friends and partners. So if it is that you're in a relationship, or you've moved out of a relationship that was representative of these cards, where you kind of had to do it all on your own, or you've had to call quits for whatever reason, stay open to partnerships still, because there's definitely this energy of someone really fitting for you. to come towards you. So yeah, welcome in new partnerships, and it doesn't have to be romantic. These can be new friendships as well. Welcome in new people. Stay open, be teachable. But also, like, not only is it to be teachable, but still with the Queen of Wands is here regardless. So do step into leadership energy. Don't be afraid to take up the stage. The Six of Wands, if you've been afraid of taking up the stage, it's asking you not to be afraid and to really let yourself shine. Queen of Wands is the mystic woman. So it could also be about learning new healing modalities, or learning to do readings, or maybe you already have that, but it's about actually letting the world know that that's actually available from you. Maybe you've got everything ready, but you're too afraid to say, hey, here I am. Come and check out the amazing things I can do. You know, sharing your work online and things like that, like letting yourself be seen. Learning new things is a really important one though. So if this is about study, is this about mindset? Is it about relationship success? What is it about for you? Listening for the wisdom and applying that. So the next area is gifts from the universe that the universe wants to bring to you. We have the Seven of Crystals and the Eight of Cups. This is saying that the universe, maybe you've been working at something or involved in a relationship or something for a long time that has maybe not given you all that you hoped or would desire from the amount you've invested. Doesn't have to be a relationship, it can be a different type of investment. Eight of Cups is here because it's like the universe wants to crumble something. Oh, these cups are all crumbled and broken. It really wants something to dissolve so that you can finally sort of let that go and move to where you're supposed to be, and then you have strength in the Nine of Crystals. So for some of you, it's about being single, being independent, being self-sufficient. This could be to do with like a workplace. Maybe you tried so hard and you gave it all you could, but someone else got the promotion even though you're the one who deserved it. And it's maybe Spirit saying, hey, it's time for you to leave that job and go where you're going to be valued. Or maybe it's about starting your own business and, you know, being a financially independent boss. But strength is the ability to really believe in yourself and do what's required, make smart investments, and also cut off things that drain you. Because the Eight of Cups is asking you to walk away from things that you've given a lot to, but don't work. So the universe is bringing change for you, and maybe that's not entirely comfortable, but you got to trust that it's actually going to end up with more abundance. Nine of Crystals, self-sufficiency. Nine of Crystals is a fantastic card for having all that you need, but it's also because you made it so. You earned it. You created that abundance. You have a lot of energy. You have a lot to give. So who is your glowing self? We have the Fool, the Three of Cups, and the Learned, which I believe is the Hierophant. You're a teacher, you're a guide, you're a mystic, you are someone who brings people together to celebrate, you're someone who's always open for new adventures and to try new things. The Fool is somebody who's ready for adventure and to take a risk on things. The Three of Cups, joy, friendship, connection, celebration. These are all things that are very important to you. It looks like you are someone who can bring people together, not just for fun, but for something more meaningful as well. With the Hierophant here, you may be someone who, like I see a mystic woman here already. Man or woman, please forgive me, it's just majority of the audience is female. I do know there are a few men there that do listen, but I know those people know to let go of those messages anyway. It's very rare that someone will come chime in and say, hey, there's men here too, which is fair enough. It is fair enough. But yeah, the learned, the Hierophant, the teacher, somebody who, like, you're a pillar of society. You're that person, and this is your glowing self. So if you feel like you haven't reached that yet, trust that's where you're headed. Somebody who brings community together. Someone who is always there cheering other people on, rooting for their success. And someone who has constantly the learned, like you're a forever student. You're always going to be upskilling and learning. That's never going to stop for you. But you also have a lot to pass on, the things you've learned, the path you've been on. You know, leave the gate open for those behind you type of thing. So let's go and look at the fire circle here. You've actually got a fire circle twice. Maybe you literally run women's circles or full moon circles or fire circles or something like this. Burning bowl ritual. Oh no, sorry, connect with fire. Burning bowl rituals are cool. But yeah, just the both of those images showing friends around the fire, you know, going camping, being in nature. So we're going to go into the oracle cards now, and the first one is called Space Clearing. I'll read it from the book for you. An ethereal wind blows and begins to clear away old negative thoughts and feelings. It may be a little disconcerting at first, but this clearing creates the space for the positive and harmonious energies to enter. You are advised to stop dwelling on the past, for this is not going to change anything. Regret serves no purpose other than to make you unhappy. It also blocks positive new energies from entering your life. The following process can help clear and transform you. Close your eyes and imagine a warm, soft light within your heart center. Breathe in the light, and as you exhale, breathe out all negative thoughts and feelings. Just let it all go, and then breathe in light again, and repeat the process for a few minutes. Gentle, slow, and rhythmic breathing, breathing in and out, letting go, and clearing your heart and mind. Now imagine a beam of rainbow light flow into your heart, and another beam of light flow through your mind. Feel this colored light calm you, heal you, and clear your thoughts. Imagine yourself now as a tranquil pond surrounded by water lilies, beautiful flowers and trees. It feels as though time stands still, and you realize deep within your heart that the present is all that matters. The affirmations of this card is: my mind is a clear blue sky. I'm at peace with the past, present, and future. All is perfect as it is. All unfolds according to the higher will of my soul. All is love. And you also have Wings of Light. Wings of Light. The universe has felt your sadness, and this healing card has shown up in your reading today to help you. A beautiful angel full of light and love stands before you. She wants you to know that you are dearly loved, more than you can ever possibly imagine. And even though you feel lonely at times, know that you are never truly alone. Close your eyes right now and you will feel your angel's divine presence. Place your hands across your heart and imagine a multicolored stream of light flowing through you. Breathe in this soothing and healing light, which consists of pure and unconditional love. Feel the light caress your face as your entire body relaxes and fills with light. You will receive a positive sign in the next few days that will leave you with no doubt that your angel and this healing are real. Particularly if you engage in that little practice, particularly. We have listening for wisdom. I do feel that is you. Definitely listening for wisdom, but messages are trying to reach you right now as well. I think that's a big factor of this card too. So it says here, we spend a lot of time surrounding ourselves with noise, television, phones, even our own voices. It can be hard to hear anything above the constant hum and buzz of everyday life, but sometimes you have to take time to be quiet and listen, really listen. Maybe the universe or the gods have been trying to tell you something and you haven't been able to hear it. Maybe it is your own inner wisdom that is crying out to be heard. How will you know if you don't take the time to listen? So this can be about going into a private space, or just allowing if you are someone who, like most of us, maybe scrolls and watches things of an evening, to allow for a different, more spacious practice. This card is telling you you're missing something, whether it's someone close to you, the gods, or just your own inner wisdom that's trying to tell you something important. It's time to shush and listen. It says shut up, but I don't like that. It sounds so rude. Shut up. We don't say that in our house. Okay, we have illumination. The upward spiraling mists rising in the mountains suggest that those in the realm of spirit, your spiritual protectors, ancestors and guardians, are close at hand. This has come through 3 times now that they're really wanting to reach you. The Wings of Light, listening for wisdom, and now this one. Assisting you on your upward journey of illumination. They are protecting you and supporting you. Your spiritual life is expanding by leaps and bounds. Even if you can't see what's ahead, spirit is close at hand. If you draw this card, trust that your heart and what you feel more than what you see and what you think, and you will be guided in a wondrous direction. And before we get to the self-care, there's one more message to read for you. This is clean it up, and from the wisdom of the oracle, I've asked for prosperity because I believe that has a lot to do with glowing. So it says here, simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. And I see that with this sort of Knight of Wands scattered energy in the blockage, maybe like sort of going in different directions there. So some self-care prompts to wrap it up for you, and higher self messages. Higher self messages are: believe in yourself and your ability to carry out the dream. Rockstar vibes, 6 of Wands in the reading. Queen of Wands, very powerful. Know that whatever decision you made, it was the right one. Just in case you're doubting yourself about something. There's more to know than what you currently know. And a new career path will be highly successful. Trust in the magic of newness. Self-caring prompts right now would be to start a new hobby, anything creative at all. Would be really, really good for you. Also good for that quiet time too. Like I'm seeing crocheting. Maybe that I thought of crocheting when I saw this fairy godmother. So maybe something like that is for you, but you know, open to whatever you like. There's so many different things we can do creatively. Cooking more, nourish your body. Cooking more, yeah, just like nutritionally dense, plant-based. Maybe you're not vegetarian or vegan or anything, but just like more nutritionally dense vegetables and leafy greens and things like that, herbs, spices. Level up, start small, start today, just start. Connect with fire, we already saw that, it's here twice. So that sort of thing, maybe inviting people to a fire circle in your own yard might be nice. We have rest, definitely something you're maybe needing a little bit more of right now, especially if you're a busy person, run off your feet. And journaling, dream journal maybe, but just journaling your ideas, automatic writing, things like that. See what comes out, you never know what's in there. So group 2, that is what I have for you in this glow reading. I hope that it has resonated with you and brought you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye group 2. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the orange calcite, then this is going to be your reading. So orange calcite is a good stone for those that need to clear out any negative vibrations that they're carrying. It's a good stone of joy connected to the sacral chakra, your creativity, your sexual identity, healthy expression of emotion, all of those things. So this is a reading about what you need to glow, and we're going to go through a few things here. So first I've got who you are at this time, what blocks you from being your best self, what to do to move past those blocks, some new energy to welcome into your life, any gifts that the universe is trying to bring you at the moment to help you glow, and also who you are when you are your best glowing self. Along with a bunch of oracle cards as well to accompany the reading. So let's start with the signs. I can see Pisces, Taurus is here, Leo as well. And that's all of them for now, but as always, it doesn't totally matter if that's your sun sign or not. It could be another placement, or it could just be that archetype, you know, the quite intuitive, lots of love to give, leadership energy, all of those things. So let's start with who you are at this time. And we have the 3 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So at this time, you may feel like you are either a late bloomer, or that something you want is taking its sweet time to get to you. 3 of Wands is somebody who is waiting for something to come in. And with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like you're just doing everything you can to slowly bring that towards yourself. You are showing up every single day, but it's kind of, it does have a little bit of a powerless feeling. Like maybe you have got a lot you want to do, but you can only do so much, or you can't approach the situation too fast. I'm not sure if you can hear my cat. She is wailing whenever she can't see me today. Anyway, she stopped, so maybe she found another cat to talk to. Nope. Tilly! She meows, hello? I'm down here. Hello. Hello. I don't know if you can hear her. She's so dramatic. Oh no. Yeah. Come on. She did the same thing in group 1. Oh, anyway. I'm here, darling. Come here. Come here. I don't know if you all remember Tilly from when she was just a tiny little baby. Now she's a big cat. She's a big cat that gets sad when she's left alone. Tilly, even though she's got 2 other cat friends she can talk to. There you go, baby. I'm right here. Okay. Maybe you'll feel a little bit of Tilly. Maybe there's something in the fact that she meowed and was feeling alone. Maybe you're feeling a little alone. Stop scratching the carpet. Oi. And then acts out by scratching the carpet. Anyway, back to your reading. So sorry. So here we are. Things taking a while to get to you, things that you're wanting to work towards that are not happening as fast as you may like. So that's where you might find yourself right now, but there's a commitment you're wanting. Is it that you want to become a teacher? We see this person here is teaching quite marvelous things, but this can also be about connection and marriage and commitments of all other kinds as well. Some of you are quite religious or quite spiritual people, and maybe you're sort of working your way towards some level of accomplishment in that regard. But for the most part, yeah, I do feel like there's just a, well, look here, these cards mirror each other and they sit one below the other, and there is that, you know, head in the hand pose. 4 of Cups. I love the 4 of Cups. It's always the most expressive disappointment. And this is the area of block. So what is blocking right now? And it is maybe pessimism or disappointment. The thing about the 4 of Cups is he doesn't see there's a golden cup right there on his bookshelf. He's just too busy noticing all the other cups that are empty. So it's maybe, is it that, are you a glass half empty type of person? Is it that? Have you become that? Or is it something a little different? Is it just the fact that something you really want isn't coming towards you, it's taking a long time, and instead of shifting your focus onto what's already here, you've maybe been blocking yourself by focusing on what isn't here, what isn't working, when there's actually an opportunity here in what is. We also have the King of Cups. So with the King of Cups, I'm really noticing the stormy water. So it's like, it's resistance, it's emotional struggle and challenge. So maybe that's like this situation you're wanting to bring into a fruition. The fact that it's not, maybe that's blocking you, the fact that you're hyper focused on that. And then the 6 of Swords here, and being in the blocked area, I would say this is an inability to just let it go. Let something go and let there be calmer waters. Maybe there's an emotional, tumultuous energy that boils up inside you sometimes, and maybe that's hard to let go of, or it could be another circumstance entirely that causes you to feel this way, but normally you don't feel that way just naturally. But yeah, emotional turbulence, or this feeling of resistance and struggle with the flow of things, which is interesting because you've actually got this card here of go with the flow, and it is such a beautiful scene. I love this image so much. This deck is so beautiful, the colors. We'll read that from the book for you after all the tarot has been read, but yeah, the blockage right now is like emotions crashing up against blockages. So when there's a no, or you're not able to move forward, maybe there's a hyperfixation, and that could be causing blockage. And just seeing the cobwebs in the 4 of Cups as well, like it could be that simple of needing to clear out old stagnant energy also. So in what will help you with this blockage, we have Strength, Leo's energy, we have the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Now, for some of you, I feel like it's like something you're wishing for, having strength over that desire, because maybe it's like a careful what you wish for factor. That could be the case for some. Others of you, this is more about, instead of focusing on whatever this other thing is, to just dream up some different dreams and fill your cup. Do things with what you can right now, rather than focusing on what you can't or what's taking too long. Or maybe the blessings you want are going to come, you know, in a different form than what you expected, and it's about being open to that and seeing yourself as somebody who is worthy of attracting love and blessings your way. I kind of want to get a little bit more on that Nine of Cups, but underlying energy of your reading is the Ace of Wands. There's a strong passion in this group. We also have one card called Inspired Warrior. Look at this, 2 different decks, same coloring. It shows that. And then also the sacral energy, you know, of this, is it honey? No, orange calcite. I think honey calcite, orange calcite. Are they 2 different things? I can't remember. Oh, now there's another kissy cat here. Hello, darling. I wish I could hold them up, but they're so big. Okay. Let's get a little confirmation on this Nine of Cups here. How do I move past these blocks? So 8 of Cups is on the bottom, so definitely mentioning like letting one thing go and allowing a new wish to come in. We've got the 7 of Pentacles and Temperance as well, and this is about having patience for your wishes to come in. Maybe they come in different forms, maybe they come in a different timing than what you would hope, but you are needing to create more balance in your life and not be hyper fixated on one area and then focus on another area to keep balance, and trust that things will come towards you. You are not being held and left unobserved. The universe knows that you have desires and wishes, and you do deserve to have them. Maybe they come in different form, like I said, but sometimes we just need to focus on something else for a little while to allow that to come in, and give yourself all of the love. And I'm hearing forgiveness too, if that's required. So, you know, all of the good things for you. Focus on your wishes. Don't focus on the things that hold you back, or the people that, maybe it's also this blockage, could be the King of Cups, could be someone you're in a relationship with. It doesn't have to be your energy as well. Just make note of that King of Cups. Even the angels on the top of are like the same pose. So a sense of pessimism is here, and that ought to be shifted for you. So new energy to welcome in at this time. We have the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess. So passion, exploration. I'm hearing music. For some of you, it's about making music or learning an instrument. But this is creative pursuits of all kinds, travel as well. Page of Wands is also about making new friends, meeting new people, doing things that excite you, things that are fun. So travel, exploration, trying new things, meeting new people, all of these things are really good energies to welcome in. Something that leaves you feeling free-spirited. Go jump from a plane, you know, with a parachute. Didn't know I needed to specify that until afterwards, but jump from a plane with a parachute. Well, I actually didn't feel ready for that, so I did indoor skydiving, and that was really, really cool. It made me feel like I can do real skydiving now. But you know, anything at all, go do something fun and different. It'll help you feel good. Put yourself in a position where you can meet new people, dance to music, create music, things like this. Wheel of Fortune, be open to new blessings. Let the wheel turn. Don't repeat old cycles and patterns that have kept you stuck in a loop. That's a factor here as well. New energy to welcome in is also with the High Priestess. It's the mystery. It's intuitive guidance. It's really listening to that wisdom as it comes through, allowing it to move you. Be a little impressionable by the wisdom that's reaching you, but also the other creative energies that are around you as well. Freedom is a big one here. You are needing more freedom. So gifts that the universe trying to send you, interestingly, showed up as the 8 of Pentacles, the Tower, and the 9 of Wands. So is the universe wanting to blow something up that's not working? 8 of Pentacles, is it a work? Is this to do with your work? Do you have a job that is not valuing your time or your efforts? Is it that You could be doing a different role, or is it a situation at work that is needing to be blown up with the Tower? But the Tower shows that something that's not stable will crumble, and you can understand that when a Tower moment happens, and maybe it's to do with your work, it's actually a blessing. This is how the universe is trying to help you out of a situation. And there's a lot of resistance here. Nine of Wands is being exhausted by a situation. But there's still that energy to keep on going. It's the warrior in you, wounded warrior, fair enough, but it is still you've got inspired warrior, you've got wounded warrior. Which one are you showing up as today? And in this circumstance, can you allow a Tower moment to inspire you onto the path you're supposed to be on? Or will it make you feel guarded and wounded and victimized? I think perception is a big one here. But there's definitely new energy to welcome in is around your workspace or something that you're devoted to creating and mastering. It could be study stuff as well. Learning an instrument could be Eight of Pentacles as well. Things like that. Something about learning an instrument seems quite important for you. Very, very healing, something to be proud of, something that feels good. And then who is your glowing self? We have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Cups. I heard Family Guy, so maybe some people watching this one are men. But with the Page of, the Ten of Cups, it's that family energy. It's a connection to the ones you love. So you are definitely someone who is a good time. You're fun to talk to. The Knight of Cups is someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. You know, they're not guarded. They're there for a good time. They're so funny. They're charismatic. It's always a good conversation with the Knight of Cups. They're dreamy and thoughtful and fun. The Page of Pentacles, look at this person. This is a magician energy here. This person looks like an alchemist, a traveler. So you're a curious young energy. Even if you may find yourself later in life, you are still young. You've got this young energy about you, and it's something to keep. It's a beautiful quality. But you're also family orientated. You're someone who really cares about your family and spiritual enlightenment, awakening, and people walking a path of nourishment and care for one another. These things are important to you. I think family means a lot to you. Same with romance. You might be a real lovebird, someone who likes romance and chivalry and the old school courtship, things like that. All of these things are here. I think of the Knight of Cups as all of those things and more. Really is. I'm also getting like a message of like coming back to a self before something happens. So if something happened, maybe let's just say an example would be a relationship that went for a really long time and it was unhealthy towards the end, but it's kept going, and that can change a person. And sort of like, so I'm seeing this Knight of Cups, and he's on his great steed, his stallion, and the waters are fairly calm around him. But the King of Cups has gone through a lot. So maybe it's about recapturing a bit of your young self as well, and letting that person be alive, come to life. But travel seems important here. Trying new things and new creative approaches with your work. Doing things that make you happy, being just fulfilled, a happy-go-lucky energy. So in the oracles for you, you have Inspired Warrior. I'll read it for you. Your inner warrior is awakening, and it's time to stand for what you believe in. Inspired by an inner spiritual fire, you are ready to face all the challenges and obstacles and to move through these with courage, strength, and resolve. You may find yourself standing up for others or protecting those who are less able to stand up for themselves. A fiery, protective presence infused with love, compassion, and kindness emanates from deep within you. This is felt by everyone, and you gain much respect from others. This card signifies strength, self-control, balance, and wisdom. Oh, from the same deck, I got two, sorry. So you've also got Seasons of the Heart, and I kind of felt like a surrender message in that one. I'm not sure what it's about, but yeah, I felt like just going again, like the next cards go with the flow, but when I'd already pulled this one and then that one came out, and it kind of confirmed the feeling I got about this with surrender. It says, accept the changing seasons of your life. There's no need to fear, for your life is simply evolving in accordance with the will of nature and the divine will of your soul. Like the Tower moment that may be happening or happen soon, that is a gift from the universe. Where am I up to? Trust in life's flow and know that the universe is a loving and benevolent force. Like nature, your life is a continuous cycle of change. Every season, though different, holds its own particular beauty. Each season has challenges and blessings, its good times and its sad times. This is simply the way of life. At times we may be required to let something go. At such times surrender whatever exactly. So at such times, surrender whatever it is with grace and trust, for nothing is ever truly lost. All exists eternally within our hearts, and our heart, which is our true essence, is immortal and eternal. Life is a continuous cycle of change and that unfolds. There's nothing you need to do except trust and know that all is unfolding through love and for your highest good. And that brings us to go with the flow. And I don't even know if I need to read it at this point. Do something easy and fun. That's the Page of Wands, energy to welcome in right now. Do something easy and fun. Put your problems and concerns aside for a moment and just live. Even if it's just for a few hours. Have a relaxed meal with a family or friends. Take the dog for a walk. Dogs are great at going with the flow. Float in the pool, the ocean, or a tub. Take a little space to allow yourself to just be. There is something in your life that you're using a lot of time, energy, and spirit to fight. This card might be a sign that it's time to stop, at least for a while. There is a different way of approaching the issue, maybe one that involves compromise or less effort. Can you back away and just let it be for a while? Sometimes going with the flow for a day or two helps you find your way with letting go for good. I love that one. It makes, I love how the oracles confirm everything I've read so far as well. Most of us I just want to read a little more in case it's helpful. Most of us spend a lot of time fighting the challenges and obstacles life puts in our way, or pushing back against aspects of our reality we don't like. And that's not a bad thing in and of itself, and many times it's necessary. The trick is in knowing when to fight and when the resistance is only going to frustrate us and sap us of our energy, and when to go with the flow instead. Sometimes you just have to give in and give goddess, or let go and let God. In short, acknowledge that there is nothing you can do. Make your peace with the situation the best you can, and have faith that the gods will make everything work out in the end, even if the way it works out doesn't necessarily make sense to you at the time. You have the card Freedom. Let's see what it says. Freedom. Express yourself without hesitation. Break free and let your spirit fly. Make choices that increase your freedom. Don't be tied down. Laugh, dance, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Be daring. Cast aside restrictions. Find your wings. As you do, you'll help others find theirs. You are not here to be ordinary or live a mundane life. You're here to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Do not be trapped by convention or the need to please others. Choose life on your terms. Don't accept rules that don't feel right. You can be immensely free and yet still part of a loving and supportive community. I love that. It feels good. It feels true. And then I have Prosperity from Wisdom of the Oracle. Your card is Fork in the Road. Prosperity. You've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become? And what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart, and then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction, for the way will be made clear by your intuition. And I just saw a mirroring number 2112 then, 2112. Anyway, which knows how to steer you towards your well-being. And some self-care prompts, higher self messages to finish out your reading. So we have, balance all dimensions of your life. And we saw that here with the Temperance card. Definitely needing to do that. Let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. You're creating a you that you will be proud of. and very unique with this. It can't be the same as anyone else's life journey or results. It really can't. You will be blessed with more than you could ever imagine. Believe it. Solar plexus. For solar plexus chakra is about your own personal power. I think it really does go well with this orange calcite, or even though it's orange and it's sacral, I still think that those sacral and solar plexus are best friends, I think. And it's also about our healthy expression of emotion. But yeah, our power to choose, our power to believe in ourselves. You got start saving and escape materialism. So this could be quite a message for you. Maybe it's about like pushing yourself and being hard on yourself if you don't have the best car, or you know, the latest this or that, if that's even important to you. I know some people watching that's not, and it's maybe about something else, but just living life in your own beautiful, abundant way. But also, yeah, shift your focus away from the material and develop a healthy inner world, and then having some savings behind you will make you feel more at ease. And then you have connect with crystals. Maybe the orange calcite might be for you. You have be still. Savasana yoga practice might be nice too. Yin yoga is also nice and still. If you're a bit apprehensive to ever do yoga, I always recommend starting with something like yin. It really helps to hold those poses for longer and breathe into the muscle. It helps us connect deeper into the body, and it helps the fascia remold around that position. And then we release back into a neutral pose, and yin is amazing. And then we have connect with the earth. Maybe taking a nice walk in the forest would be beautiful, just like this image suggests. But also, yeah, you got a bit of forestry energy here with strength. It looks like she's in a forest. You've got the fork in the road in a forest. Some time by the lake might be nice as well. Just time in nature. Connect with the earth. So that is what I have for you in this reading group 3 on how to shine what you need to know to shine. I hope that it has given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance in this situation. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye.